thousands of votes on them. We're going to see the general consensus on some of these picks as well. But I would say this video is also kind of just an announcement video, because tomorrow's video, you are gonna want to see it. I don't want to give it away too much, but it is a sports related video, and it is a IRL ASMR in public video as well, so you can probably guess what it's going to be on and about. But check out tomorrow's video. But yes, let us get into these questions. Alrighty, so we are actually back on the popular Twitter page, at least on my channel, because I've used it a handful of times already. Answer the poll, which I think actually do come up with a pretty good set of questions that really, sometimes at least, sort of make you question on what to think about for sports, not only basketball, but for football and other sports. Which, by the way, I should probably actually state, talking about football, last night, kind of very quickly going over this, because it is actually something that is kind of shocking and was pretty crazy to actually watch live. DeMar Hamlin on the Buffalo Bills. If you don't know, you can check it out if you want to. They did suffer. Man, if you want to call it an injury, you can call it an injury, but it's definitely a lot more than that. It was definitely a pretty scary scenario where, a tackle happens, a guy gets up, and then immediately falls to the floor and collapsing. It was pretty terrifying to watch and actually kind of shocking. Some people were calling it sort of a cardiac arrest or something to do with some sort of heart failure, which again is very scary. And the reporters, I think they had CPR done to them for about 9 minutes before they were able to become stable for them to move, and that is again just super terrifying. So prayers, good vibes, good energy, whatever you sort of believe in, to DeMar, because that is terrifying, honestly. And it's one of those things that sports, people kind of forget it's just a game. It's a ball. It's it's real people out there, and man, some people were still pretty nasty in that scenario towards the game, and they said they should have continued on with the game and stuff like that. It was pretty crazy, but yeah, just sort of a little of a, yes, I did see it. There's probably gonna be people commenting about it. I did see it, and yeah, it's terrible, and hopefully they're doing better. And I think they are doing better. I think they were in critical condition for a little bit, but I think they're fine now. Okay, so now we're on to the questions. Obviously, the point of the video, just answer the question. Just answer the question. So, question we have here, voted on by nearly 4,000 people. Which NBA player would you want on your team for the next 5 years? Zion Williamson or Joel Embiid? Wow. Now I'm assuming it is a 5-year gap to win a title. It's just the player you want on your team for the next 5 years. Obviously, if you're thinking rebuild, like, oh, duh, pick Zion, he's younger. But if you're trying to win a title, you might want a player in his prime, like Joel Embiid. He's been in deep playoff runs before as well. For only 5 years, I'm gonna take Zion in that scenario, even though Joel Embiid is in his prime. I think Zion is already pretty close to being maybe the best we've seen of him. I hope he can still improve. That'd be great. But even if Zion didn't improve, he's still a 27, 8, and 6 player his entire run. If this is his prime, which is a great stat line to have. Sure, they are both very much injury prone, but I think Zion in this sort of new age basketball is just so multi-dimensional. I love his play. I love his attitude. I love the sort of star power, charisma that he brings. Not saying Joel Embiid doesn't have all that stuff, but me personally, I'm picking Zion for the next 5 years. Let's see, out of 4,000 people, 72,000 people also agree with that. I don't doubt it. And it's a my opinion, he's already up there with being some of the greatest of all time. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, he's just that ball dominant. Oh man. I mean, I hate to say this, but I'm still gonna say false. If we're talking NBA basketball still has offense and defense. Giannis on the defensive end is maybe the best, if not like a top 3 defender in the NBA, but also being a player that can drop 30, 40 points on any given night. Obviously, Luka can give you a 60-point triple-double, but he is also going to give up a lot of points. And still, Giannis still has a NBA championship, a Finals MVP, a Defensive Player of the Year. Like, he just has more on him than Luka. Pure basketball, offensively skilled, no duh. But NBA basketball is still a two-way game, and Giannis is defensively is still super amazing. This was kind of a random one. Who will be the better NFL team during the 2023-2024 season? That's next year, by the way. The Titans or the Raiders? The two pretty mid-tier teams that definitely had high hopes over the past couple years and just haven't lived up to them. That's kind of tough. Of course, with the Raiders and the whole Derek Carr situation, I think they're sitting him and maybe trading him at the end of this year. I don't know. I don't watch them too specifically in order to answer this question. If you gave me a guess, I would probably just say Vegas, because they're Vegas. They can probably get more free agent pull. They have a good trade piece of Derek Carr. They could probably get something out of him. I'm not too sure what the plans are for the Titans. I know they were really good at one point in time, obviously, but have struggled since then. But I'm going to say the Raiders. Ooh, and a lot of people are saying the Titans. Again, I don't know NFL football that well, but okay, that's makes sense. We have another Zion question. Will Zion Williamson ever score 60 points in his career? Do you think Zion can drop 60 points in one game? That's tough. Obviously, if you didn't know last night, Donovan Mitchell scored 71, I think it was, or 73, something like that, in the 70s last night. I think he's now tied for the fourth highest scoring NBA game ever. Fourth, I think, is Wilt Jordan. David Robinson, I think. No, he's tied with David Robinson, because I think David Robinson also had 71. I think it's like Adrian Dantley or some random player has the third one, and then there's like 3 or 4 other players that have 71 or however many Donovan Mitchell had, and then Devin Booker scored 70 not that long ago. So yeah, man, that's a crazy sort of feat to have. But anyways, can Zion score 60? I'm gonna say, if I'm looking into a crystal ball, if I can tell the future, I'm gonna say yes, because I think in about a year, 2 years, 3 years, Zion will not only add to his game, but be allowed to shoot the 3 ball. We saw a little bit in college, we saw it a little bit in his rookie year. Zion has a good jump shot, and I think he will continue to improve it. That adding to his game is only going to make him more of a threat, more able to score in higher bunches, score easier throughout his NBA career. I think one night, I think Zion can probably put up like 8 threes or 9 threes, go crazy from 3, and then have a bunch of really good efficient shots from the interior, putting up 60 points. I think he will. Oh, here's a good one. If you owned the Grizzlies, the Suns, the Warriors, or other on making it out on the West. And if you do answer other, make sure to leave the other down in the comments. Got $1 million. Man, I wish. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I mean, of course, like the Pelicans, the Nuggets are doing really good right now. Can they continue that? Maybe the Clippers find a groove late in the season. Maybe the Dallas Mavericks and Luka somehow make it happen. I don't know. The Suns, I don't think I would bet money on them. They're too much of an up and down team. Sometimes they look like the best team in the West. Sometimes they look like a 7 seed battling a play-in scenario with someone. Sometimes they do look like that. The Warriors are too banged up right now for me to even say anything about them yet. I mean, as of right now, Curry could have like one more bad injury. I'll knock on wood for that. That doesn't happen, but you know, they're again one bad injury from Curry away from being, you know, where they were a couple years ago and start becoming a tanking team again. I don't know. We'll have to see. The Grizzlies is a good choice, and even though I do love Ja in that squad, I do still think they are too young and too inexperienced in deep playoff runs to make a bet of $1 million on them making it out. I mean, I think they would probably still lose against the Warriors this year in the playoffs, the Clippers, the Nuggets, maybe even the Pelicans. I don't know, but I think they still need a little bit more experience, at least in deep playoff runs, to be able to make that kind of prediction. I'm saying no. I'm saying other. I would maybe bet as of right now the Denver Nuggets. They look amazing. They've been in deep playoff runs. They've came back being down 3-1 in the NBA playoffs before. They have star power. They have good role play. They have, you know, a great 1 and 2 with Jokic and Jamal Murray when he is playing like how he has been recently. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the point in time where we start doing rapid fire, rapid fire, rapid fire. No editing, no fancy pictures, just you in the questions and your answers. I just want to know, just very quickly, your answers to the questions. Will the Chicago Bulls win a NBA championship in this decade? Interesting question right there. Pick the NBA player that is more impressive for scoring. Devin Booker, James Harden, or Luka Doncic. Wow. I'm assuming they mean in their primes. At least I'm assuming they are in their prime. So prime Booker, prime Harden, and Luka Doncic right now more impressive at scoring. Does a trade potentially of Zach LaVine to the Dallas Mavericks make Dallas a Western Conference Finals favorite? Do they get to the Western Conference Finals again like they did last year with the addition of Zach LaVine? Pick the better NBA team leaders to have on your team going into a NBA playoff run. So say you have a hypothetical team of these 3 players and a bunch of role players, just any sort of assortment of role players. So your best 3 players were either Kobe, Jordan, and Shaq, and a bunch of role players, or LeBron, Steph, and Kevin Durant, and a bunch of role players. Who would you rather have as your 3-headed monster in a playoff run? Let me know. And we'll end on some NFL talk. J.J. Watt is a top 5 defensive NFL player of all time. Of all time. And is J.J. Watt a better all-time player than Ray Lewis? Is J.J. Watt a better all-time player than Aaron Donald? Those are some very close and tough questions. Alright guys, I think that's